Germaine Pratt, Bengals linebacker, he had asked to be traded earlier in the offseason. He got something better than that. He got cut. So he can go wherever he wants. It's unfortunate, though, because when you get cut now, the money is spent, the rosters are set. It's harder to find a new home than if you would have been traded back when you asked to be traded.
It's very unfortunate. I mean, a lot of times as a player, this is a little bit of a reflection of how the team sees you. Like there's teams that when this happens and a guy wants to be traded, they're like, hey, we appreciate the service and what you did for us as a team. We're going to grant you this, and we're going to either trade you, we're going to release you at the start of free agency or a week before free agency and give you a head start. When you wait this long, it's hard. He's going to have to try to fill a spot of need more than what their salary cap looks like, how much they can pay him, because now you're not thinking about how to get paid in 2020. Like, how do I get paid for 2026? And that's going to a team where my services will be much needed. I can go in there, play right away, and go and shine. And I hate when I see this. I hate when I see guys get released at this time of the year. But it's also the reality of you hold some weight as a player, but not a lot. When you go out there and you say you want to be traded and the team knows you don't want to be there, you don't have much control after that point. You either have to play for that team because they keep you there, or they do what they did this time, wait, and now they release you in June, and you're going to have to search to find a team. Sometimes it helps to hold off and get into training camp and see if a team loses a guy or something happens, and then they pick you up. But it's also harder the longer you wait. If you have family or you have different things you want to do, you feel better when you get to a city and you can settle in. So he'll have to make a decision on how he wants to go about that.
He made the request all the way back on February 12th. That's our date of the story that we have at PFT. So this is something he's wanted for a long time. They could have had it lined up so it kicked in when the league year began in mid-March. They didn't, and here we are in June. They cut him loose, and it does make it harder. However, with Lou Anarumo, the former defensive coordinator of the Bengals, now in Indy, they may have kind of like, and we know how these conversations happen, they may have left a little light on for him there, may have held a spot for him there, and maybe we'll bring him into Indianapolis. That's going to be the first team to watch there, though, because of that familiarity with Anarumo, and he's putting his defense into place in Indy. I think that has always been the most obvious destination, and we'll see if they held back enough cash to maybe absorb him before training camp starts.
Yeah, I would think that right away. He led the Bengals in tackles last year. So for Lou Anarumo, you get somebody that obviously played well in your defense, but also somebody that's going to help, hey, this is this. Hey, I'm going to explain. Like, it's when you can have a coach on the field trying to tell those new things, especially when you have a guy like Zaire Franklin that's already going to be a good linebacker for the Colts. Having a guy next to him that can explain some of the concepts or the why or actually how to get it done on the field, not just the X's and O's on the paper, it helps you install that defense. It helps you get to hit the ground running. So he could be a good addition there. It could be a fresh start for him, and it could help him kind of unlock and get to those dollars and try to make more money, because that was what he wanted. He has a year left on his contract. He wanted this year to be a contract year in a new situation to go and try to earn his way to make a big contract. So hopefully that works out for him.
And one last point, it's not always easy to do it because the teams may resist it, but when you get toward that last year of a contract, those last couple of years when the money isn't guaranteed, you need to get a trigger in there early in the league year that forces the team to make a decision. Yes. Multiple million-dollar roster bonus. Salary becomes guaranteed. And again, it's not like teams are going to do it because they want to have the flexibility to keep you as long as they want while they figure out where we're going to maybe find a replacement, and then we can cut the guy later. But from the player's perspective, you want that in there because you want them to make a decision early so they're committed to you financially. Once they're committed to you financially, you're going to be part of the team. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.